Girl who grew up sheltered, let me now put my input after having my video go viral. I realized I didn't tell y'all mine, so when I first say, as a girl who literally was depressed majority of her life, thinking she's the only one who ever experienced a life like this. And mine was not necessarily because of religious reasons. I know that's a big reason why people get sheltered. It was literally just like a control thing, and like my parents were young when they had me, and it was more like protection over protectiveness, and having a parent that wanted more control over people because they didn't feel that way. But yeah, that's where mine came up. It's amazing, you know, at 24, is that how old I am? At 24 to find out that you were not the only one after living in shame for so long. But hey, we've made it through. God brought us here. We're here. And now we're going to talk about our experience. So this is something where in therapy, I had to explain to me more than once, was that there's no like good or bad thing to do, or there's no like right. No, it's more like right or wrong. Y'all, if you grew up sheltered, you know what I mean, because everything has to be this way or that way. If you have a parent that's like my way or my way, that's why it's like in my brain, I always be like, well, what's the right thing to do? She had to explain to me what free will was, and to be honest, you can quite literally do anything. You may have consequences, you know, but you can do anything. Like that concept never sat right with me until I got older, and I'm like, oh, I can do whatever I want. She literally was like, you could go decide to be a nurse tomorrow. You could decide to date whoever you wanted tomorrow. Like there's no right or wrong way of living life. And I think she was trying to lead me up to the point, but she was like, there's no rule book. Baby, if you grew up sheltered, there was a rule book. Okay? Yeah, fun fact, there's no rule book. Okay? Always just wanted everyone to like me because I basically got my validation from, oh, these people like me. Why do they like me? Because I'm the nicest person on the planet. Nicest person on the planet. I'm just the most people pleasing person on the planet because that is where I would get my validation. People pleasing. So if somebody like me, I'll be confused. Like I would try to be nicer, or I would try to be more clingy, or try to get more on their side. Like, no, you should like me because of this. And I mean it like really young, so this was really toxic. And what made matters worse was my parents didn't tell me, hey girl, like you don't need that, you don't need validation from others. They would laugh at me. That made me feel so much shame. So I feel like that also goes into the category of why it's hard for me to make friends, because I don't want to ever feel like I'm fiending to be someone's friend, or I'm putting myself to the side to make someone like me. So I currently have no friends for other reasons too. But I feel like that goes into it because I never want to feel fiend or be seen as fiend to have a friend. I will stay by myself. Toxic, yes, that is one of my toxic qualities, my toxic traits. And my post that went viral, the amount of people that said this is why I'm like, this is why you gotta speak up, because there's no way we all just live in the same life. I thought people were just nice. I thought people were nice. Like I didn't understand why someone would have to be mean until you